I'm using the same PowerPoint presentations that I used before, but I've taken a lot of the extra detail out that ThinkWell covers. So I am doing what they were asking for. I am providing an overview and a summary of the material for them, and then what I've been able to do is include much more problem solving in class. A great deal. I mean, before we never worked problems in class. There was never enough time. I would do 1 or maybe 2 problems in class after I spent 40 minutes lecturing, and then send them off all by themselves, having seen me work these 2 problems. And the information I kept receiving was, well, it looks so easy when you do it. Well, it is easy when I do it. I've been doing it a long time. It's practice that makes it easy for them. And so this in-class problem-solving business has been remarkable for them. When they come into first semester, they could know everything from 8th grade science to have finished AP chemistry and made a 5 on the AP exam. And ThinkWell levels their backgrounds. The ones that don't know enough can pick it up. The ones that know plenty can zip through it, and so they don't realize that that's one of the benefits, or one of the things that's happening to them, I think. This semester, students started off lower than the ones did in the fall and the spring last year. This is not not as an informed class as some of the ones that have been. But their stoichiometry skills are now better than the ones have been for the last 2 semesters. So I think being able to watch videos and look at concepts on their own, and me doing summaries and us freeing up time to be able to work problems in class, has been very efficient. They are still struggling with stoichiometry at this point, but they're not struggling nearly as much as they have been in the past. I'm able to assign homework problems, which they do online and which you kindly grade. I mean, I did not assign homework problems before and grade 300 of them every week. So, I mean, they are now being held accountable. Freshman students come in, here's my hobby horse, come in without any structure or focus and with no realistic evaluation of where they stand in the discipline. And ThinkWell gives them that. It gives them a structure. You've got the chapter checklist, you have, the chapter itself is broken out into pieces. It gives them a focus. It tells them what's important with the ThinkWell exercises at the end of each chapter. And it allows them to track their progress by looking at the exercises, by going back to the chapter checklist. It allows me to track their progress, and that's something they know, because they come into my office and sit down and say, I'm working so hard, I don't understand why I'm not doing well, and I pull up the chapter checklist and it says they haven't done anything, and then I look at their homework and they haven't turned in half the assignments, then they're not working so hard. I could not have tracked that before because I had no homework assignments and there was no way to track what they were doing. So it allows me to hold them accountable for their own education, which is something they have not had happen to them before. I have used the media that comes with the Zumdahl textbook. It has no text support. It drove me absolutely nuts. And it is not a multi-dimensional, as multi-dimensional as the videos are. The students like listening to the videos. They don't want to read the textbook. I haven't read the print textbook. Of the freshman faculty that are teaching out of the book, only Ross Compton has read the book. So if we don't read it, how can we expect them to read it? It's on a stilted level for me, the Zumdahl textbook that we have adopted. I cannot imagine how a student would look at reading this particular textbook. And in fact, we asked them, and 4% of the group read the textbook. Now the people in here that were talking to you about using the textbook, they don't read the textbook either. With the possible exception of James, sitting back here in the corner. They use it as a reference book. And that's about the extent of it. I mean, and it's a very expensive reference book. This is not a replacement for a professor. It is a replacement for a textbook. It allows the student to come to class prepared to hear you talk. Before, they're never prepared because they get prepared while you're talking, and so they miss half of what you say. They listen to the videos before they come and do the exercises. They have an idea of the background material of what you're going to talk about, and then they're prepared to listen to you, and they can hear everything you say. So you get students that are prepared to listen to you and that can ask you questions and can understand whatever you answer to them.